Welcome back to Extradosing. We are on with some of our longtime friends, multiple appearance guests. We have Donald Gann and John Gann, Dirty Water Don, and his brother John. You can see them.
Dirty John.
Dirty John.
Dirty
Yeah,
John.
you need
Having
Gannimal.
him.
Okay, Gannimal.
John
Gannimal.
Gannimal on Instagram.
John Gannimal. That's perfect.
Don't be scared, look me up.
How you doing?
We're here on a Monday morning. The Wonton Don is in studio.
Hey, how are
Happy
you?
holidays, fellas. Happy holidays.
Yes.
I really enjoy when we bring the Voltron Don together.
Yes.
I really enjoy it. It touches my soul.
So the last time you were on, it was just to recap how you took me and Billy to the bottom of the East River.
Yeah, and then we talked about the near-death experience.
Yeah. But, I mean, since you've been on, you guys have been diving almost nonstop in the East River and have started finding some things.
So we've been doing. We are on our 80th dive, which our dives has slowed down because of we have personal stuff going on. But our options for boats in the winter months, it's very easy to get your hands on a borrowed boat because no one's working to the sense that we work. But nowadays, people are actually doing jobs that are paying.
Yeah.
So to be like, hey, let me borrow a boat during the busy season, it's a little more difficult. But we have still been out there. We still finding stuff. We found what we call the toilet bowl, because where we're finding stuff, the bottom of the East River is littered with toilet paper.
Huh.
Really? I feel like toilet paper would just dissolve in the East River.
It would, but there's a lot of it.
A lot of it's just clumps
Where it
of
comes out, it just sits there.
Yeah.
Is that because
Oh.
the water overflow, like when it's raining real hard, they dump the sewers?
Exactly. So you're allowed to dump so much
Yeah.
into the rivers and to the bodies of water around you from major cities when it's raining. So when it rains, we're over by, I'm not going to tell the location where we're finding stuff, but where we are, there's an outpipe there, an outfall, and it just comes out.
And let's just say local governments aren't exactly keen on following the rules, so I think they dump a little more than they're supposed to.
Yeah. So let's just get it out there. Joe Rogan's being a baby back bitch and not letting you on the podcast.
Wow,
Your words, not ours, but your words. Yeah.
He's being
Yeah.
baby back. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you
Yeah, he did.
made this promise, and now you guys got the bones, and
Well, I believe his exact words were, if you find a mammoth tusk, I'll have you on the podcast. Yes, we found a shard of a mammoth tusk so far and a bison bones and stuff, but maybe A, he's a busy guy, or B, he's waiting for us to find
Now,
the big boy.
I can support him not having us on until we find a tusk because of the technicality. Because I did promise Wonton Don I pay for his wedding if I found a tusk. Now, my argument to him was, I found a shard.
Well,
So I
tell us
respect the
about-
technicality. I respect it.
Tell us about what you guys have found so far.
So far, we have found a shard, which the video of this makes me laugh every time I watch it, because I thought it was plastic.
Okay.
So we find it, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck is this? I'm crack bending it. I have a knife going across it. Well, it turned out to be a piece of ivory.
He's like, I think I found something cool down here.
Oh,
I'm like,
wow.
Send it to
So
me.
they call it the bark. It's the outer shell of the tusk.
wow.
Now, a prolonged exposure to water will cause, or the elements will cause a tusk to shard. And it'll come off like layers like an onion. So that's the outermost shell of a tusk.
We took a picture. As soon as I got it on deck, I took a picture of it and Google, whatever.
Google Lens.
Google Lens.
Yeah.
And it said waterlogged mammoth ivory.
Okay.
No way.
It popped up. And I was like, holy
Wait,
shit.
what app is that?
Google Lens.
Lens.
Wow.
You take a picture of
Is
something,
it-
that's
is it your
exactly what
first
it
name?
is.
Google
Crazy.
Have
This is
you
crazy.
sent it into a lab?
We have our own archaeologist on site, and we've
Okay.
also talked to John Reeds personally
Yeah.
and his entire extended
Everyone
family.
in the Reese family who saw that immediately knew what it was. the second they saw
Lauren
it.
Reeds flew out to New York for to do a award show, so she was here.
Yes.
So she came on the boat with us
Okay,
to
I
see
saw
the
that.
feel what we got going on. She confirmed what it was as soon as she touched it. She goes, "Oh, this is what this is."
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I was looking at. I mean, I've handled deer antlers and other types of keratin formations from
Ooh,
mammals,
big, wow,
Now-
that's a big word.
and that's definitely the real deal.
That's a little guy. So I know
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know you guys are size queens. So
Yeah, we
Especially
are.
Billy's size queen.
Yes.
Let's pull out the big boy here.
Oh, holy fuck!
That
Holy
is
fuck.
a shin bone of a steep bison.
Steep bison, which are long extinct.
Long gone.
Correct. They roamed
God.
with the woolly mammoths.
Yeah.
In the Ice
So
Age.
so the thought is that these bones were in the same batch as the mammoth tusks.
Correct. Yes.
So you're at least like proving the Boneyard Alaska's story true, because
So
there
this
were a
is our
lot of
third
people
find.
that tried
Yeah,
to
we
claim
found-
like,
yeah.
oh, we have no reports of like anyone ever dumping bones in the East River.
Like if we found them in two separate locations, that'd be like, okay, whatever. But we found them in the same location,
3 finds,
almost in the same spot.
location.
Okay.
We're not going to talk about what location,
Correct.
but
No.
what compared to where they said they were, why do you think the place that you're at has all the bones?
Well, when we started looking at on and around 65th Street, the block, and we kept reading the literature that John posted, and he was talking about it being, and it kept using the terminology a boxcar worth. There's no rail tracks over. There's no way a boxcar is going to be over there. And you think about just how the New York City harbor system works and how they load and unload boats and how dock workers work as a whole, you wouldn't have this shipment come in and then bring it all the way to storage just to bring it back out. Our thought process was it came in and it wasn't the best specimens.
Yeah.
So they were like, get it out of here. Fuck off.
Yeah.
And it was like shards and pieces because that's what we're finding. We're not finding full specimens or full big pieces. We're finding little pieces here and there.
So in the early days of our searching, right after you guys came out with us, this gentleman, Tom Stouffer, Tom Shark 92 on Instagram, he messaged me. And it took me a little while to receive the message because it was in that request area of Instagram. I always go through them just to clean them out. And I saw it, and he sent me pictures.
He's so popular.
And a little paragraph of why he thinks that we're looking in the wrong spot. So me being a conspiracy guy, I'm like, oh, perfect. Let me look into it. I read his stuff, did some research, and I brought it to him, and he's like, wow, that makes complete sense of what he was telling us.
Yeah.
So we the
went
first
over
3 times we tried to get to this location, one time we almost died. Our boat almost capsized.
Yeah,
it
that
was
was fun.
freezing out and raining. And the other 2 times we got stopped.
Well, we got lulled into a false sense of security that day. It was winter time. It was like 75 degrees. One of those real nice days out of nowhere.
yeah.
It was like
So it was
62.
only me and him. I'm like, fuck, let's go out. When I have all the proper gear in my truck. I had a sweatshirt on, pair of pants. And we go out. We get to the middle of the harbor. It's just like white walls coming over the sides of the boat. It got real cold real fast, and we were taking on water, and the motor kept stalling. It was sketchy.
You could have always called the Coast Guard, or
No, I don't call those guys.
no, yeah,
They charge
too much
you.
pride.
They charge
Yeah,
you for
too
that
much
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You know that?
no.
How much?
If you're out doing
More
something
than I
on
wanna pay.
your own accord, and you get in trouble and call the Coast Guard and they come and save you, they charge whatever it costs them, fuel, man out, whatever.
that
They
sucks.
they send you a bill.
That shit ain't free.
Mm.
I wonder how
Ambulances
But
ain't
I
free
think
either.
you're
Yeah,
willing to
learned
pay
the
that
hard way.
bill if your life
No,
is
no.
Does it fall
ambulances,
under health
I believe
insurance?
are free if a cop calls them. I believe if you're in an accident or the law enforcement call
Yes, if they make the call.
and the ambulance comes and brings you, it's just no charge. But if you at home call an ambulance,
Then
Then
okay.
they're
Same kind
charge
of
you.
thing, yeah.
I was in a situation where I was telling the cop not to call the ambulance because I didn't want to. My buddy was gonna get hit with the bill. I don't know.
the cop calls, yeah, you're fine.
If the cop calls, he's fine. That's good to know.
Yeah, I just recently learned this when I went to the hospital. I went to a Medi Center first, and the Medi Center called the ambulance.
Does
And I
that
was like,
count?
I ain't paying that bill. Get fucked. I'll call my dad to drive me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, no. We call, you're fine. If you
Oh.
call privately, you have to pay. And I was like, okay, call him.
No, I always say get me an Uber, not an ambulance, because that's a fat check. That's a fat check.
Well, if it doesn't affect your credit,
Yeah.
you're good.
Well, now
Yeah.
that we have insurance through work, maybe we wouldn't be charged. I don't know, but there was a
now
time.
you have insurance.
I have a feeling if we get
How
too
long
many,
haven't you had insurance?
Uh,
call grown
There
up?
was a couple years when I lived in China
Let's
where I
get to
had
Megafauna.
zero
Well,
insurance.
that's China.
That's China.
Yeah, China. I knew if shit hit the fan, I could go to the hospital and just pay like
17 cents.
$200 maybe, but
not
$200 to get like X-rays and a cast or something.
Yeah,
Where
but my
that would cost
have you had
$10,000.
that $200.
Have you had to go to China to the hospital at all?
Yeah.
How is
Been
Chinese
to-
medicine?
I mean, it's not great, but it's cheap.
Okay.
Is it they have knockoff options?
So you're saying the food's better?
Are they just giving you ginseng and like traditional?
Walk it off, you'll be fine.
By the way, this is just kind of like
I told you it was
super.
a size queen. I knew it.
Yeah.
The moment I looked at his eyes, I knew he was a size
He's
queen.
holding the size.
No, I'm just looking at it because it's like this thing is hundreds of thousands of years old, and it's
Now I
like,
want to drill a hole
Man,
in the end
maybe
and make
no.
a
That's
pipe.
that's probably like
Like-
20,000 to like 15,
yeah,
20,000.
but like North American megafauna, like this thing, like steppe bisons. You know, you look at a bison, it's about the size of a large cow. Like a steppe bison's like closer to woolly rhinoceros size. Like it's Like
Damn.
just like looking at this thing, I'm just like, holy
Look
shit.
how excited he is.
No, I mean this
It's
is
like a little boy
so
on Christmas
cool.
morning.
It's
He has
just
a little
so cool. Like,
glaze over his eye. He's waistbanding it right now.
I'm just saying,
holding
like,
it, stroking
dude,
it. Look at him.
this bone might have been used to like fight off a cave bear, like way back
Where are you getting
in
that
the
from?
day. I don't know. I'm just thinking.
You should write graphic novels, but
I should.
That bone was probably under a shitload of permafrost. They collected it in Alaska, put it on a train car, and dumped it in the East River.
Yeah.
That's what
I
happened.
don't know about no killing no caveman.
But think about what it was doing when it was alive. That's what's
Eating grass.
fascinating.
Yeah, eating grass.
Eating grass, but like had to fight off some
Fucking other
predator.
steppe bisons.
Early man probably try to fuck with it. That's
Wooing
like
a female
insane.
I would like
Yeah.
to know if it was a female or male sea bison.
We probably could figure that out.
Look it, see
through
what it tastes
science.
like.
This tastes like a female.
Now, are you guys allowed to say that like how deep you're diving for these? Because I heard that it was not nearly as deep as
No,
where
so
me
when
and
we
Billy
were
were.
first looking, it was you guys went to 82 feet.
Now-
I believe you were 82, you were 81. You're the bigger band. So,
Yeah.
So you went down deeper, but where we were originally looking, it was like craziness. Where we're finding them, it's calm. It's
That's
cool.
nice.
It's collected. It's 10
That's
feet
nice.
deep.
Because
Real
when we
nice.
were, that was fucked up.
was
That was
crazy.
fucked up.
I know.
Now, could we say that maybe they were dumped where they were supposed to be dumped, where they said they were dumped, and then
They washed out.
currents and storms, everything brought them
Yeah,
to
it
a
could.
little location and collected there? Maybe.
I mean, that's too many instances where it's a thing.
There's a lot of maybes.
Yeah.
But our storyline seems to work out for the best.
Easy on the merch there, Donnie. Easy on the merch.
I mean,
I can't replace that.
that's so freaking cool.
Yeah, I feel like now that you found a few, it might be easier to find some funding for future dives
think that.
and not have to
You
rely
would
on
think
Think that.
PFT.
Why, you guys willing? You guys?
You guys want to throw some
Is
money at it?
Barstool wanting to fund anything?
You
Yeah, I didn't think so.
You know what? Let's
Yeah.
should we call a guy? Should we
You'll-
call a guy?
Call Dave.
PFT? I
Should
mean,
we
you'll
call
have
the-
because I know
I called him out on
the,
Instagram
the
the other day.
patron.
Of
Yeah.
the
The-
arts.
the-
We started this. We got hit up by every news media outlet from South Jersey up to fucking New York.
Because they thought it was like
Everyone
a fake
wanted to
story.
talk to us. We find things. Nothing.
dude,
I called the museum the
Yeah.
other day, by the way.
natural history.
Yes.
Yeah.
I called their PR department, public NNC. I
Yeah.
asked, at first I was like, hey, I'm doing a little story, independent story. I want to find out if I can interview people from the museum. They're like, oh, what's the story about? I'm like, oh, it's just about museum and bones. and
Museum stuff.
He goes, well, you have to send an email with a detailed description of what you want, who you want to talk to, and why. And I'm like, so say if I want to come to the museum as like a tourist and bring a camera with me and just walk around, can I do that? You have to apply for a permit and have someone walk around with you inside the museum.
Dude, they're
So
definitely-
they're very, you know,
they know what you're going after, and they definitely have giant
yeah.
bones.
Plus, every single post for the
Angels.
past 2 months, I put a Willy Mammoth emoji in their comments of everything they post on Instagram.
yeah.
So they, I think
really,
they know who I
you're
am.
really
now.
sticking it to the man.
No, dude, they definitely got stuff down there in the basement that like we're not even allowed to see.
See,
That
when
just defies our reality.
Billy
of
thinks
what's
they
going
have
on.
Burke,
giant
and he
human
went down there and
skeletons
got to look at all
in
that
their
stuff.
Yeah,
basement.
Bobby
Yeah, yeah.
Burke. That was
Bobby
on the
Berg
podcast.
went and saw all that stuff in person.
Yeah, back in the late
What
90s.
do you have to say?
He said there's shit you're like, wow,
You
why
can't
is this on
believe
display?
it. Boxes of stuff and just stuff loose on the shelves. and-
Gigantopithecus. They
Yeah.
probably got Bigfoot skeletons
Now,
down
do
there.
you practice these words prior to your podcast?
No, I'm just.
Thank you.
I
He
was
just
just a
spits them out, huh?
gigantic-
Very knowledgeable.
No, I can't pronounce a lot of words.
I
but
noticed
some
that.
of those.
I'm watching it happen in front of me.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
If
Some
you
of
just
those
say
I
what word
can't.
you think how it's saying,
It's
and
like
you just move
President
on,
Bush.
You're fine.
No, no, yeah. It's,
Just move
It's like
on.
Bush Jr. over here. Just making
No,
up
no.
words as he goes along.
I can pronounce like crazy words better than I can pronounce like regular words. It's actually kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yeah, like Gigantopithecus.
Oh,
Gigantopithecus is just a gigantic ape that's like King Kong sized. They definitely got him in the basement of the Natural History
Yeah,
Museum.
and
and
those-
say it
they're-
is because he puts that title in his
Yeah,
in
yeah.
his dating apps.
Oh, I can say Gigantopithecus. Hey, what's up? How we doing?
I want to find a saber-toothed tiger.
Gigantopithecus
Yes.
or a short-faced bear.
Smilodon, short-faced bears. Dude, I got into a fight with a guy in my DMs. I don't usually argue with people in my DMs, but he was saying I was an idiot because cave bears weren't that vicious. And they're just like today's bears. I was like, you're underestimating today's bears.
Or maybe you're overestimating a cave bear.
No,
No,
cave
short-faced bears were,
No.
Short-faced bears, aka cave bears.
they were like 12 to 15 feet standing tall on their legs. Massive beasts.
So
They
this
was
guy
fucking
thinks
up
they
a
were more
polar
like
bear.
panda bears?
Yeah, he was like, short-faced bears aren't that crazy. Like they're just like
That's
today's
such
bears.
a bold stand to
And I'm
make.
like, dude, you better fucking go toe to toe with a today's grizzly bear.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do shit, bro. Like,
You ever see that video of the grizzly?
You were
with
very
one
passionate about
swipe
bears.
breaking the back of a giant moose.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
insane. So imagine that times like 10 of a bear.
Yeah,
Dude, I found
you guys really Google some crazy things.
No,
That's right.
we spent a lot of time on the internet.
So do I,
And-
but I'm only Googling one thing.
Yeah, but
All right, right on.
Well,
we end
We have
up.
different hobbies.
I have the best bear fight video. I found it of all time. I've shown it on the podcast.
That was
before.
great. You had that statement. I have the
It
best
is-
video.
Like I found the best bear fight ever. Like you want to see, like
Donnie, do you Google bear fighting?
I have.
Yeah,
I think I
his
have.
bear
Some
fighting.
of you guys
His
do-
bear fighting are different videos.
We
Yeah, I
actually
got it.
How you doing?
we had a black bear in Situate, Massachusetts, Hank's hometown.
Yeah,
Yesterday, it was just roaming through
Yeah, but
downtown.
Yeah, black
Situate.
bears.
Bear's not
black
Yeah.
bears are just big raccoons.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
yeah, sure, I go
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Like, I would attempt
I
to
grew
ride
up
a black
around there.
bear.
I
Yeah.
had never seen a black bear. Like I've never seen a black bear in Massachusetts. I don't think.
Dude, there was a black bear in
You ever seen
Western.
albino bear?
Oh, snow bear.
Yeah.
Dude,
no,
the
no, no,
polar
not
bear?
Not a polar bear.
Polar
An
bear?
actual albino
Yeah,
black bear.
Yeah, the snow bears up in
They're weird.
Vancouver, right?
Okay.
I'm not allowed to
Yeah.
go to Canada. Send me a postcard.
Yes. Let's
All
talk
right.
about that.
Actually-
All right.
Why
Wait,
are you
wait,
allowed
wait.
in Canada?
Well, I'm a
Why?
convicted felon.
No,
Yes.
wait,
So
wait,
I've done some things in my youth that I'm not allowed to go to Canada.
He also hates French fries and gravy.
wait. Quick question. Like, is that just driving or like flying? You
I
can't?
cannot go to Canada.
Wow.
Mhm.
I thought it was just
Actually,
driving.
No, can't go to Canada.
My buddy got a international weapons trafficking charge for bringing a brass knuckle into Canada, and he got arrested, and it was on his record.
Did he say he was Suri?
No,
I'm so sorry.
That's what he had to do.
no, he was like literally 16, and it got wiped because he was a minor. He
What do you
was-
like, a belt buckle one?
Yeah, he had a belt buckle
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
but
yeah.
then he like modified it so it was a brass knuckle, and they like searched
All you had
his
to do is
bag.
take the pin out of it. And
Yeah.
That's breast knuckle.
Yeah, and he was.
I
yeah.
almost got weapons charged for BB guns when I was little.
Oh,
well, I
wait.
was like 18, but
That's
I had a good
adult.
lawyer, and let's just say it got washed away.
You can still go to Canada.
I can go to
So-
Canada.
Yeah.
If you guys want to travel together, look at your bears. That's
Canada.
different.
I mean, under 21, like that's the only reason you go to Canada.
What do they got? They got hockey and smoke. What else
Yeah,
they got?
like Montreal, like you're just going to drink like legally.
So
I
yeah,
just drank here.
that's the reason I went to Montreal in college. But I would like to go back to Montreal just to experience the city. I've heard it's sweet. Like a lot of people say, it's the best parts of Europe and North America combined. They also had very good Chinese food up there.
Sneaky amount of
Dude, my
Italians.
best Chinese food was in Alaska.
Really?
A
Yeah.
place called Twin Dragons in Nome.
Whoa.
Alaska.
It recently has burned down,
Okay.
but it was amazing.
Mine was
The
at a
ethnic food up there is
buffet
great.
in Barcelona. It was the best Chinese food I ever had.
Where?
You tell me
A
about that.
buffet in Barcelona.
You were telling me
Whoa.
about
Yeah,
that.
it was
Nice.
nuts. And I didn't find it until like the third. I was there for almost 3 weeks.
Not
I didn't
this
find it until
story
like the
again.
fourth to last day. I was
Whoa.
all upset about that.
Dude,
but-
Alaska's wild.
It's
We
the
should
most diverse state in the U.S.
Oh, I bet, and it's the most amount of veterans
And
in
criminals.
the United States. Dude, that's
A lot of criminals.
that's like the last
Frontier.
That's the last. Yeah, exactly. The Wild West.
Where we went to, there was the bar called Breaker's Bar,
Uh-huh.
and it was opened by Wyatt Earp. Right?
Oh,
so when you go in this
shit.
bar, they had whale blubber lamps to light the bar.
Wow.
Right? So when you go in there now, there's crudely zip tied, like little light sockets with extension cords to light the bar.
kind of like your bone.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, that's because it's cracking.
Dude, I'm like trying not to be a weirdo right now, but these
Touch it.
bones are just
Touch
like,
it, lick it, sniff it.
Yeah.
It's fucking like
Every
Think
one
about-
of my crew we handed that bone to all licked it for some reason. I'm not sure why.
it's just like think about
It's like when
how
you
much
kill an animal, you drink the blood.
those things have been through.
Now, not to get into the crazy conspiracy theory of it all, but we had
No, let's get into it. Let's get into
interviews lined up, right?
And then they just stopped.
And then when we first found something, nothing.
I think there's very powerful people at the museum.
And the only people
donors.
who would
Yeah.
interview us after we found something and wanted us to bring it on
Rosanna
was
Scotto.
Rosanna Scotto on Channel 5.
Lovely lady, by the
Did
way.
you guys go on some German show? Or
Yeah, we went on a couple of them.
Okay.
We went on,
they get weird.
That was also pre-bone finding.
Yeah,
Dun-
free
Yeah.
bone.
dungeon type stuff. Dungeon.
That's what we thought. Yeah, the one was a little, what was it called? Bid or Blid or
I don't know.
something with a B.
Yeah.
And then the other one was Galileo, was like their science channel.
Huh.
We just went
Of
there.
their most popular
Well-
channel in Germany.
When the Germans get way into science, everyone like starts getting weird.
Yeah, they.
Well, track record and
Chill
all.
out.
Yeah, they're not doing too good with that. So how do you split atoms? Interesting. Yeah, I don't tell them.
Way out the bones. No, the Natural History Museum definitely has some secrets that we just don't know about. Let's get into the conspiracies. What do you guys think? You've been in deep, in personal with them.
So I think that the stuff came in, right?
Uh-huh.
That's what then they had it, and I had a conversation with someone recently that in that shipment they know for a fact was a saber-toothed tiger skull.
Holy fuck.
Right? So this is what the guy's telling me. He knows for a fact it's in there. I'm not going to say who said it, but he said, I know for a fact it was in there. And he also knows for a fact that there's one of those saber-toothed tiger skulls supposedly in a private collection in Manhattan that they don't have the origin of how they obtained it, but they have one.
So
It's
I
definitely
feel
Jeffrey
that
Epstein.
we're gonna find little bones, pieces here and there, but anything worth of like substance, like big pieces, full intact tusks, things like saber-toothed tigers, short-faced bear things. I think they're in
They're all
private collections
sold.
already.
Yeah.
I don't think they were
and it's been
stolen. I
so
think they were
long
given out
ago.
to like donors and shit that are they were given to people. I don't think the people who have
Oh, you
them
donated
stole
$1 million?
them. But
Here's something, yeah.
Holy, I mean, a Smilodon skull's got to be insane. Smilodon's the largest of the saber-toothed cats. Like there
I'm
was a
so
couple.
happy he told this guy no idea what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah, you know.
Thank you. I
like,
appreciate you.
No, but like a Smilodon, when you're thinking, saber-toothed tiger, like big ass saber-toothed tiger, that's what you're thinking.
Billy
of.
football. Let me run an idea by you.
Yeah.
What if we get you and the Billy, not a science guy,
Uh-huh.
bare knuckle brawl for the title, the science guy?
Billy
I'd
football
rip
wins
out
10
his
times out of
jugular.
10.
I'd
I
rip out
think
his
you
jugular.
should set that up. Call some people,
No,
have you guys fight, and take the science title. So I think you
Rough
should
and
have it.
rowdy.
I think I'm saying I think you should have it.
It's actually really scary about how easy it is to kill a person by accident.
Or in your case, on purpose.
no, but like, I
Bro,
don't-
you're shot the fuck out. Like you need to talk to somebody. Sit on a couch somewhere.
He's right though. An untrained person, you hit them the wrong way on
No,
the chin, or they
no.
fall and hit their head.
like,
Done.
like manslaughter is a lot easier than you think. People forget
yeah.
that.
I have
People
never
forget
thought it was
that.
hard.
You could
People
have killed
forget
Jose
that.
Canseco.
It's people
No, I
slaughter,
was
Yeah.
like that like his blood pressure was way too high to be in that ring. I don't know how. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Steroids.
If
all
he had just
steroids.
like collapsed
Yeah.
and died, would
Like,
you wouldn't have
I'd
been
get
blamed for that? I think Rough and Rowdy would have been
I
blamed
know,
for
but
that.
I don't know
Probably
because
more-
that guy
he
who
probably-
was shot on the movie set the other
Wait,
last couple months
did you
ago
sign
got blamed.
any releases to fight?
Dude, I just was trying to make money. I
He
was
just
signing
shows up.
everything.
He probably
Yeah.
signed a release. You're fine.
No, but like the doctor, probably the doctor, the fight doctor. I don't even know who
So
that is.
can you fight Bill, not a science guy?
No, because it would not be good for anybody.
How do you know he's not with Carrot Top training hard right now? How do you know?
I don't know. I don't know.
He could be.
Also, I want
I
to
hope
fight
he
on the next
is.
Rough and Rowdy, by the way.
Oh, you do?
I will, yeah.
What? How much? You trying to fight? Like, you got anybody in mind?
No, nobody at all.
So you're probably in like.
Do you want me to make a beef? I'll
Yeah,
start making
yeah,
beef this
yeah.
summer.
Yeah.
Fuck all y'all.
Yeah, beef.
We're gonna need
beef,
you to-
break the tank, dog.
You should call out Rosie
I
O'Donnell.
don't think that would be fair.
You should fight Rosie O'Donnell on Rough and
I
Rowdy.
started a celebrity thumb wrestling thing, and
Are you good?
that's
Is
I
it
wanna,
good?
I want
Yeah.
to I want to wrestle The Rock or Rosie O'Donnell. That's my pinnacles.
I got some chode thumbs that are pretty good for
Oh.
thumb wrestling.
All right, amongst other things.
You want to do a little thumb wrestling? You
All
want
right.
to go right
You don't
now?
want
Let's go.
a
You
chode
should go
thumb for
before we're
wrestling.
done.
You,
No,
you
no,
want a
the
really long
sta-
thumb.
No. The long thumbs can get cut down. You want to freaking.
It's not
You want-
about
you
it's
want
not
a
about the
little
length.
bulldog.
Yeah.
A bulldog thumb.
I thought you always need the upper thumb.
You
No,
are
no.
jacked up for 11 a.m. on a Monday.
Oh, I'm going for it.
It's the new tropics.
Yeah, I woke up, I squatted, I like went hard. You
Yeah.
know, you got to
I did
get
too.
on.
I went on the toilet, came right back up,
Yeah.
did my one squat for the day, crushed it.
Speaking of you not being allowed in Canada, Macrodosing did an episode last week on gangs. Now,
Yeah.
Yes.
are gangs to blame for why you aren't allowed in Canada?
Because of my background, I was considered to be a domestic terrorist.
Holy shit.
Although I am no longer associated or in any illicit gangs, because of my background, I'm considered a domestic terrorist. And since I still have friends that are in that social circle, it kind of puts a damper on it.
My profile says good buoy.
If
Yeah.
if you don't mind me asking, is that like an insurrectionist type or like
the
No,
fuck
he was
teaches you these
he
words?
was not the
He's
Dirty
not
Water
Paul
Don
Revere
is
over here.
not an insurrectionist.
but like it kind of the government's always labeling people as domestic terrorists. It's kind of fucked up.
I mean, yes.
It's probably their way if they want to take you out. They don't really need to
They
explain
justify
themselves.
it.
Yeah.
They might say the Macrodosians are domestic terrorists.
Macrodosians.
Just
Yeah, imagine saying
because
that
we're
5
thinking
times
outside
fast.
of the box.
I guess Persian.
I'm always
Or-
thinking about the box. You're Persian?
I think these guys are Persian.
I'm not Persian.
Persian.
But yes,
Macedonian.
I did watch that
Teach you.
episode. They were talking about what does a gang member do on a day to day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was laughing. I'm sitting on my computer laughing on. They watch stuff.
yeah.
That's about it. They talk to their friends.
What did your gang do on a Tuesday?
On average Tuesday, we'd probably sit in the clubhouse, play pool, have a couple drinks, hang out, go on a ride somewhere,
That's awesome.
Yeah,
go to a bike night.
That's
See, when
exactly what I would have
He was
guessed.
hanging out, doing his thing. I'd go and hang out, so I would have all the perks of these guys,
None of the
but
responsibilities.
nothing else. Like I wouldn't. I'd be like going to strip clubs, sitting in the front row with these like the president, hanging out, and I was nobody. But I got treated like somebody. It was fantastic. all the
Yeah,
time.
I wouldn't recommend being in a gang, but if you can find a friend who's in a gang,
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's the
it's
move.
like a boat. Don't buy a boat. Have a friend with
And
you.
they're like, "Oh,
Yes.
it's his brother."
Yes.
I'm like, "Oh, his brother's cool. He's not gonna do anything stupid."
What chop shop you running here?
What
Really?
happened?
what? Oh shit!
He's
Yeah.
so excited. The energy from his ears
Just
is
blew out.
exploding in
Yeah,
his
blew his
headphones.
headphone off.
This headphone just blew up. What the?
Yeah.
All right, we'll
It was the energy from the Steve Bison.
we're carrying through, all through anything.
Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see.
Perfect.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah. Do you mind? Would you give us a little background on what exactly was going on? If you mind, we can totally divert the
You don't have
conversation.
to.
You don't
Yeah.
have to.
Which question? About gang life?
Specifics.
I was in a
Sec-
I was in a motorcycle club. We were a 1% motorcycle club,
Uh-huh.
and we hung out with other 1% motorcycle clubs. I won't get into details of names or anything because they're still active clubs.
And that's all we gotta know.
That's all we gotta go.
Yeah.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
John, how fun was?
It was a blast. I used to go all over the place with these guys, just show up.
Yeah.
But they always be like, "Hey, when do you get a motorcycle?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm never." "Oh, when are you gonna join our club?" I'm like, "Next, never." Like I would never.
3 hours past
There was
never.
I had kids. I had a wife. I had a life going on.
We all had kids and wives, John.
Yeah, but
We all did.
I didn't have time for that stuff.
hmm Well, hey, you managed to leave
best
leave
part-
the gang life behind and start a whole new life as a
Yes, I'm not sure. What
Sewer
I am these
diver.
days. I'm a sewer diver. I
Yeah.
had my oldest daughter is nonverbal autistic, and that was my main motivating factor to get a more simplified life.
Mhm.
Because I 80% of her caregiving I do.
yeah.
So because of her, she saved my life. So otherwise I'd be dead or in jail by now.
Plus, we probably wouldn't have these bones here and be on
Yeah.
the podcast.
Yeah, 100%. That's
Yeah,
had a
you're
very interesting life.
a Jersey
I
boy
lived
who
I lived a
made
very
right.
fulfilling life.
Yeah. Well, what was that you were saying? You were trying to get some Jersey celeb on the podcast, and like his PR person was like, "Well, he loves Jersey guys who have made right or something."
Maybe I made it right. It was
Yeah.
Joe Pesci.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So every morning from like 6 to 7, I sit and have my coffee because the kids aren't awake yet, and then I have 5 kids.
Yeah.
So any kind of quality,
that's your
quiet time
piece. Yeah.
I can get, it's usually that time of day. So I will message everyone and their mother to see who I can get onto our podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm just silly messaging people, cold calls, cold messaging, looking for sponsorships. I do from 6 to 7.
We're working on Dice Clay currently.
We keep harassing
Right?
him.
We commented on his post and he likes it. So
Yeah,
like
but I don't
that's
think he reads them. I think he just likes them.
I don't know, but we're slowly working our
You
way
guys
up
know
there.
Yeah, I know him. I've been following him on Instagram, and recently his thing has been like he's just walking around the streets of
talking
New
to
York
people, yeah.
pretending to be
You want that picture?
retarded,
Yeah.
and it's actually kind of funny. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
it's
watch him. I
not.
love him.
Wait, you know you don't know him?
No,
You
I
just
don't.
know
I
of
don't
him.
know him personally.
What,
I
Billy,
know
you know
he used to be like the
I know of him.
the
Does your
number
dad
one
know? I thought
comedian.
Your dad
but-
knows him.
Yeah,
My dad definitely knows him.
But
Absolutely.
your dad,
Your dad's a coxman.
cool fucking guy. He
Yeah,
is
he
a
is.
coxman.
He's the man.
Happy Father's Day.
yeah.
He told the security guard, "Nah, that's all right. I'm supposed
It's
to
cool.
be-
I know these guys.
I'm supposed to be here."
He's
Well,
like
all right.
he's an example of a comedian that like created a character and then just became that character,
Yeah,
sort of
he
like
loves it.
Larry the Cable Guy too. Because that like his whole Dice Clay character just used to be one bit of his stand-up routine, but then he was like, I'm getting the most laughs doing this, and then just leaned
Yeah,
in
you get a John Travolta
and made that his whole act.
singing and stuff. Yeah, in the beginning.
Yeah.
I saw my older brother Dave. We went and saw him at a place in Jersey when Opie and Anthony was a thing.
Yeah.
They had a big comedy skit. We went to watch them.
Is Dice Clay his real name?
You got a
no,
laptop in
no,
front of you?
it's-
Google
no.
it.
I'm looking.
Andrew
I think
Zimmerman or
Silverstein.
Silverstein.
Silverstein,
That's it.
yeah, yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Samsonite. That's it.
Way off. So, Wonton, would you like to join a gang?
No, I think I'm past that phase of my life,
Okay.
but I would like to have at least one friend in a gang
Okay.
in case shit ever hits the fan. Because right now in my life, I don't really, if I'm being threatened, I need some backup. I
should
mean,
get, like, a
most of
militia
my
friend.
friends I go to, they're not going to be much help.
Well, you
I'll
could-
show up for you,
You
bud.
could call us.
I'll show
Okay,
up.
yeah.
But if I were you, I'd get someone who's in militia. So it's an all-around good person to have.
Militia.
If shit gets real crazy, call them.
We should
If
just
someone
start a
just
militia.
scratches your car, call them.
Should we start a militia? But
think
like, we got to make sure we don't get like all the bad stuff, like the bad connotations of militia. So
Like what?
like like the.
Please do tell.
Like the.
Well, once a month
just-
or once every 2 months, we gotta help somebody, the elderly,
yeah.
or
I think the Oklahoma City bomber was like sort of in a militia.
Wait.
Yeah.
Did you watch that thing? I think it was
R.I.P.
Netflix.
Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah.
Did you watch that on Netflix? Talk about Waco,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then how he was there. Oklahoma City bomber was there, selling T-shirts,
Yeah.
anti-Semite, white supremacy T-shirts at the fairgrounds of Waco
Yeah.
during Waco.
Wait.
Yeah, he was.
during?
I think he was inspired by those guys.
He was there for it.
Well, so when we were diving into it, like the big thing is the ATF was pissed because these guys were making guns and shit and
And
selling
they
them.
beat
And it was,
their asses.
it was like tax revenue type shit. They're making so much money that we can't get a cut of because they're like arms dealing basically, and that's what.
You don't
popped
fuck
off.
with the man's money.
Yeah.
That's it.
You can be a criminal, just don't be a
I was
better
out
one
there
than them.
in the beginning
Yeah.
of March, and I went to the area where the house was in Waco. Very somber, very surreal.
Yeah.
There's nothing there now, but
The dude was fucking everyone's wives though. I mean,
Doesn't make him a bad guy.
no, but
That's
like,
just-
he was
that's
living
one of those
everyone's
things.
that makes him a cult leader. I feel
Yeah,
like
you're real
every
judgy.
the cult leader ends up banging everyone's
This
wife.
is gonna sound sexist, but the only one that ends up staying in those cults are the women because they start banging everyone's wives, and the dudes are like, "Fuck this."
He didn't
I'm
start
outta
that
here.
cult. He took
Yeah.
that cult over.
Dude, you just fucked my
A
wife. I'm
woman
out of
ran
here.
it.
Yeah.
Some
I don't like
older
this
lady
women.
ran it, and he took it over from her.
Oh,
It wasn't. He didn't start the cult.
So was she banging all the husbands?
No, but he came there, and then she passed away. He took it over.
Hold on. Is there anywhere in the United States or in the world where there's a female ran cult and that she's banging the husbands?
I'm sure there is.
There was in The Last of Us.
yeah.
There's, yeah.
Wait, she was?
Well, I don't think she was banging all the husbands, but she was the leader
She
of
was
that.
the dictator.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean, but I want to know. I want to know.
In
if
that
there-
case,
for me to be in
take
a
what you
cult,
want.
I want to know if she's gonna bang me to go up the ranks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of female.
There's got to be some sort of Amazonian.
You gotta
type
find
thing,
it. Whoa!
you know?
I'll climb them like a jungle gym.
Yeah, actually-
Let's go. Be right, I'm gonna do a pull up.
Yeah.
Death
Talk
by
my language
snoo
now.
Vice wrote an article, and the headline is just, "Yes, there are woman-led cults."
Oh, if Vice says
That's
it,
good.
has to be true.
Yeah.
It's gotta be. It's legit then.
Like,
So I'm gonna go and be like a mole. I'm gonna go seek
Yeah.
them out and go and get into one.
Like, hey.
I'm sorry, they're banging me.
Yeah, it's part of the job.
Oh, no, I just got.
Teal Swan is the name of a woman cult leader. She's
You gotta
a
make sure they don't kill the man
Yeah.
at the end of it or something like
Oh.
the praying mantis
So you
shit.
can be like, stop looking at me,
The,
Swan.
the cult leader just, had sex with me a couple times, but it was the cult. I was under a spell. I don't know
It
what
wasn't
happened.
me. Her mouth was so
I don't know
soft.
what happened.
It tied me down.
You guys are fucked up. You all need Jesus.
yeah.
Jeez.
Yep.
Teal Swan's a
I think those
YouTuber.
bones could get us into a cult. No problem.
Yeah, we should make a bone cult.
A bone cult.
We
sounds
should
sick.
like a
That
bone
sounds
cult
nice.
militia,
Wow,
Bone-
covering all your
Bone
bases.
thugs.
You
Yeah.
are. Say what you want about Billy. He's efficient.
Oh yeah, we get a
Very
bone
efficient.
cult militia.
Macro boning?
Yeah, macro. Yeah, we get a
There you
macro boning, bone cult
That,
militia.
that sounds like baby dick to me.
Guns,
I'm not part of
bones.
that.
Okay,
No,
okay,
macro's
okay.
big.
Bone thugs.
All right. I don't know. I'm
They
not
were
a
sort of a
scientist.
bone
Nobody is.
cult.
Okay.
Yeah,
Who taught you no cats should die?
we just worship the bones in the river. That'd be pretty cool.
I don't know about that, but,
But what if there's like giant bones? I literally think that there's giants in the Natural History Museum, like giant.
We still have
humans.
your giant bones you brought.
Yeah, but
yeah, it's hanging up
yeah,
on our trailer. You want
oh,
that back?
hell yeah. No, you can keep it.
All right.
It's actually not ours.
Can I have the rest of the skeleton so I can put it together?
You gotta talk to John. He's
All right.
Feidelberg. He's around.
All right.
But
But I have to agree with you. I think there is giants.
No, I definitely think that the Natural History Museum's hiding like crazy prehistoric creatures from us.
Yeah, but I remember when we were actually searching for bones in the East River, I think John asked you, like, why would they hide that from us? Like why don't
Because
they?
of our fragile little minds.
Like, I can understand the government trying to hide UFOs from us, but like, why would they want to hide that? Like, oh yeah,
Not doing a very good
giant
job of it.
humans existed at some point. I feel like that would just. It's not going to cause like mass riots like around the world. It'd
No,
just
but
be
I think it
cool
would-
for people to know.
It caused a lot of questions.
Hey, Billy, did you jump on the bandwagon of the smoke was all done on purpose to hide aliens flying over us?
Oh no, I was saying that aliens are like that we're fighting off the aliens in the sky, and they just did a smoke screen so we can't see.
You think Will Smith was there?
Maybe,
My theory was they were smoking us to make us taste better when they eat us soon.
dude.
Yeah.
Delicious Jersey jerk.
This is very funny because I smoked my first pork shoulder over the weekend for Father's Day.
Congratulations.
That's funny. My phone didn't ring. Did yours? No, it's so weird.
You wouldn't have want to been there for that. It looked
Oh.
horrible.
No, I was just pissing off like Meat Twitter. It was so funny.
Twitter.
Meat Twitter was
All right.
like
Yeah,
freaking
those guys
so
get
angry.
real sensitive.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I mean the pulled pork was fine. Like we ate it.
It was edible?
Good. It was edible. But like everyone was just getting so goddamn mad. And it
I
was
love
so
this
funny.
But were
It
you
was fine.
doing that on purpose? Like that was you actually just trying to cook
So-
a good
No,
pork
so you know,
butt.
I'm $15. Try to do it 8 hours. It's an activity.
Mhm.
You know, to try to get it done. Did it. You know, I'm not gonna be perfect. It's my first one. I mean, but the amount of people that got so angry was so funny.
So
and-
you went into it not striving for perfection. You were like, mediocrity, I will settle for it.
no, well, kind of. I was going into it. I was like, hey, I'm gonna try my best.
All right.
I mean, we'll get there. It'll get cooked. It was
It'll
also
be edible. We'll eat it.
It was 3.5
Hopefully no one
pounds.
gets trichinosis. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 8 hours in.
Yeah, you're fine.
Where I went wrong was it was too. I like got the fire going too well, and you know it really started to heat up. So like about
Oh, so you
3
didn't have
hours.
stable temperature the whole time.
Yeah, so like 3 hours in, I was trying to keep it around 250.
You should
then
have
went
called your
to
dad for help.
400.
He
No.
seems like he's a man of knowledge.
He
Well-
probably could smoke a piece
Yes,
of
he
meat.
could.
No. Well, I was trying to do it so he got a new smoker, and I was trying to do it for Father's Day, and you know,
You fucked
It
up.
disappointed him.
He,
We
I didn't
understand.
disappoint him. He didn't see. You know, he was asleep when I was smoking, and
I usually smoke when my father's asleep as well.
yeah.
Yes.
I spoke with my father.
I mean,
But
I'll
it was fine
send you the
on
photos.
Father's
I
Day.
just don't think you put enough seasonings on.
yeah.
I don't
but,
think it
like,
was really seasoned at all.
It didn't need meat. I
It
don't
didn't
think
need it.
I don't
wow,
understand
can you
why-
get whiter.
like,
It didn't need seasoning.
It didn't need like when I
Mm.
make meat, like I want to taste the meat. I don't want to like feel like I'm eating like
What?
something else. You know.
The fuck? What?
I
No,
just
I like to-
sent you the
seasoning
photos.
I-
also
Don.
I-
breaks down
I like to
muscle
make the meat
tendons.
talk.
You can take
I
a
like
look.
to make the meat talk. I was
Oh,
getting
John.
I was getting
Yes.
vinegar on it, but
That's fucking disgusting.
it didn't burn.
Oh, thank God.
I mean,
Terrible.
Plus, I noticed you have the char right underneath it too. You're supposed to
To be
offset it.
To be
so-
honest, I did that on purpose to piss off Meat Twitter.
Okay. All right.
I was sort of just.
That's what I would say if I was backpedaling.
Sure.
Yeah. I did to make everyone upset.
I-
No, baby, I blocked you to piss you off.
Right.
Not so you can't track me.
No, I was.
Fuck off.
I was trying to piss off Meat Twitter because the interactions are insane.
This
like,
is-
this is how you do the internet, boys.
Is this Reynolds wrap or is this like a store brand aluminum foil?
Reynolds. It was
Okay, name
Reynolds.
brand? Okay,
It was
good,
name
good,
brand.
Mm.
Okay, see, money's no object in the play football
What kind of
house.
wood did you
Hey.
use?
Get John, say it.
Hickory?
Say it.
It was
Pecan
charcoal.
wood?
There it
Was
is.
it pecan wood?
No, it was
That's
just.
kind of wood for smoking.
I was just getting it done. Just getting the charcoal.
I
what was
see
there.
that. You did get it done.
I just got it done. You know,
Alright, you got it in.
like you know.
Donnie, did you have to eat any of this meat?
No, I did not.
Did you give a plate to anybody else?
Yes, I ate it. I gave it to my family, and everyone liked it.
Everyone's
When I was
okay
in
now, no one's
Waco,
sick?
a big thing is people give plates to people, especially if you donate wood to that person to cook that meal. They owe you a plate.
And how many times have you been to Waco?
More than you want to know.
I was there for like 2
You
weeks.
took cult
in
research
March.
to the next level.
But we met this guy that was working for
Wait,
us.
so did you plan a whole trip to Waco just because you're like, oh, it's the one spot in the U.S. like I've
What's
always wanted
near
to see?
Waco?
No, my buddy and I, we were
That's
doing
exactly what I said. Why are you going?
we were doing some real estate stuff out there.
Okay.
Okay.
And,
Johnny flipping houses over here.
And we're big things are coming to Waco, by the way. Big things are coming to Waco.
I can.
Big things
How
are
far
big-
is it from
big
Austin?
things.
So I heard San Antonio's the new Austin. Austin's.
I went to
put-
San Antonio for a rodeo when I was there. That was
How was
awesome.
Nelly? I heard
And
he
Nelly
played the-
performed at the rodeo.
Yeah, it's
Holy
nice.
fuck!
It was
How the mighty have fallen.
fantastic.
I heard
It really
about that.
was.
I think maybe Arian was at that or something.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
No, he was. Yeah, he was telling us about
If
that.
any of you
He
guys
said no.
listening want to look at it, you can check my Instagram out, John Ganimal.
Selfless.
It's on
plug.
there. I have clips of it.
Wow.
It's really cool stuff. The clientele that were at the rodeo, it blew my mind because when we first showed up, you'd expect everyone there. You knew like girls in cowboy outfits and guys that looked just like they're supposed to be at a rodeo.
Jean shorts.
And then as soon as like
Yeah,
9:30, 10 o'clock happened, when Nelly was supposed to come on, the clientele shifted.
Oh.
You were like,
This is weird.
did I? Where?
Can you imagine
Where the hell am I
selling
right
out
now?
arenas talking about your 2 pairs of Air Force Ones now doing rodeos in Texas?
And it's-
Rodeos are sick,
I get that, but
Rodeos are
you're not
sick.
selling out arenas.
dude. I've been to a couple very authentic rodeos on July 4th the past couple years, and they really are just like,
Top notch.
it's like an experience.
Do you think you could ride a bullet for 8 seconds?
I like to think I can.
Can I set that up?
Okay.
You in?
Yeah,
All right.
I need a helmet and a
Fuck you, get a helmet.
bulletproof. No, I need a helmet.
You ain't getting nothing.
No, because the one thing I think about while riding the bull is getting impaled on the horn, and
No,
like in my eyeball. Just
I'll
like
get
the
you a
horn
cow.
in
We'll
my
start with a
eyeball.
cow first.
Okay.
Yeah, right, a cow.
The worst is slamming the ground, getting the wind knocked out of you, and then the bull trampling you while you're down.
No, but like
yeah,
the
you're not going to last 8 seconds.
hitting the ground is something I'm more accustomed to. I think that's like
Do
the
you do a lot of
easiest-
stumbling in your life?
No, you know, just like I like can hit the ground well. I fall well.
can hit the ground
if I have
well.
one talent, I hit the ground well. That's something that you know.
Can you
people,
imagine an interview? So, Billy, what do you feel when your
What's your
qualities are?
biggest
I
quality,
can hit
yeah.
the ground well.
No, yeah. What's your hidden talent? Like in a job interview, yeah, I can fall very
You're
well.
supposed to hit the ground running. Not me. Right on the ground. No
Okay,
problem.
I'm gonna stay there.
Hit it well. No,
How long
but
did I ride the mechanical bull in
You
Vegas?
can
They
get
got
back
bored
up
with you and
well.
shut it off.
38 seconds. I rode the mechanical bull in Vegas, and they shut the machine. Like,
Yeah,
get
they were
off.
like, they're trying to knock him off.
Everyone else I was with, like 15 people, got knocked off in seconds.
what's
I
your
got
secret?
I got 6 seconds. 360 pounds is his
You think
fucking
so?
secret.
Also,
gravity.
a shit ton of Molly.
Oh,
We changed the price of
We
Molly that weekend.
single-handedly bought out the Molly in
Vegas.
Vegas that weekend.
There was
And on
39
Sunday
of us.
night, we wanted more. They're like, there is no more. We're trying to get more from wherever they
From
get it from.
Mexico.
Yeah.
From Cali. We
And then when they
landed.
finally got more Monday night, they changed the price. They doubled it.
So
Yeah.
quick question. You guys sound like you do a lot of Molly.
One time.
How do you recover? Like I would never touch it because I hear that the
I
recovery
got an
is
IV.
insane.
We got the IV and the oxygen the next day.
But that's not going to replenish the serotonin.
yeah, the dopamine.
No, you're a little sad.
You're
I was
saying-
Yeah, no, I was.
I was no. You
sad.
saved the sadness for the flight home.
Yeah, you're crying on the way home.
So the whole time you're having a great time. You
Yeah.
keep pumping that serotonin back into your system, and then finally you crash.
You've never
And
had Molly?
I don't plan on it.
He's
How about
He's
you,
kind
Billy?
of a
How are you,
pussy.
Donnie?
but,
Donnie, you ever get wet, buddy? You ever...
yeah, of course. So
All
when
right. Of course, absolutely.
when
My man.
me and PFT did Molly at Hong Kong Sevens, this was all on tape. It was PFT's idea to film the whole thing.
Right on.
But so we did Molly. We had a blast at Hong Kong Sevens, and he hopped on the flight back to the U.S. And I had promised my girlfriend I would go to a John Mayer concert with her.
How bad
so-
did you cry?
This was after like 2 days
Now
of just
fiance?
nonstop partying, and I had no more serotonin. So I tried to get out of it, but I was like, no, I already committed. So we went, and it was the saddest John Mayer concert of my life.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I smiled once the entire time.
But your
And
soul
like,
did.
and like everyone's there, and they're with their girlfriend, and they're like making out during the songs, and I was just like staring, like I had like a
Soulless.
500-yard stare,
He's
soulless.
lost in his soul.
And it was rough. Like I couldn't. I mean, John Mayer concert sounds like a pretty happy time. I couldn't smile once.
Some would argue it wouldn't be.
Yeah, I don't even
Somebody
think I
argue.
was like holding hands with my girlfriend.
Nothing?
I just walked
You should
in.
have took a Molly going into the concert.
You should
no,
re-up.
at
Yeah.
some point you have to call it quits.
Hair
Yeah,
of the dog,
after the
buddy.
concert.
Hair of the dog. You
So
gotta-
my buddies, you know, I'm a nootropic guy, biohacker type. So like they wanted like a post Molly like vitamin regimen to like get them back regular. It turns out 5-HTP is
Okay.
will get you right,
Hydroxy?
but you got to make sure you take it long enough after the Molly where you don't get serotonin poisoning.
Hold
So I
on.
was, like,
you can
doing
get
the
poisoning
research
from
on it.
this.
Yeah,
Magnesium, I think, helps too.
yeah,
You know what also helps?
Not excellent.
Not being a bitch. You just
Yeah.
don't
No,
fuck to work.
Some of us,
Yeah,
went-
yeah.
Look,
Go to
look,
work.
look, you
You
know,
just have to
hey,
deal with, hey,
Yeah.
Some
there's
of us are
going to be
pussies.
one day
some of us are
where
pussies.
I get it.
I just have no happiness in my life. But hey, you just have to grin and bear it and get
Being
through.
a
and
father
then-
of 5, I encountered those days.
Last
of
year in
happiness in my day.
Went
Yeah.
to Miami
happens.
last year for my birthday. Took it in Miami, and I took a whole gram of it over 24 hours. And I had a great time doing it. But then I flew home 2 nights later, and my wife was on a business trip for the week after, and I was by myself. And every single day, all day long, I was just crying. Just
What?
uncontrollably. Watched a commercial about like a cereal commercial, thought of my kids, started crying. Then walking down the street, started crying for no reason.
Dude, I just work out until I felt good again. That would be my move.
I think that
Yeah,
helps.
you
Let's
know.
do it then. We doing
Yeah.
Friday. Let's figure this out.
No, I'm never doing Molly. I don't know.
I'll
why.
give
I
you
just
some
think-
primo shit.
I
I know a guy.
I could, you know, the thing is, I don't like. The thing is, I rather just stay level. I can have enough fun, you know, without it.
Let's
I
do
don't need
peyote
to
together or something.
peyote.
Yeah, I guess.
I would do ayahuasca. Ayahuasca.
No, that's a
We
that's
have to
not
go
a
to
party
jungle.
thing. You gotta. That's like you need a shaman. You need
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
My
no,
buddy
I'm-
Vadim did that.
It's a
He went to
long
Peru.
process.
How do you what
He
do you say
fucking
about it?
loved it. He said it was
Yeah,
one of the big.
it's-
He goes, I recommend you do it.
It's life changing. But also ibogaine is even better.
Yeah.
I
What the fuck is
heard.
Ibogaine?
Ibogaine, yeah, dude, it's illegal in
Read
the
about it.
United States because it actually works and makes alcoholics not drink
Yeah,
anymore. or
heroin addicts,
It's
pill
fucked
addicts.
up. Like that's the type of shit. Like why is that illegal?
Why is he? Yeah.
Yeah, like,
because
what
they
the fuck?
want people to binge on all this stuff to
Yeah.
make more money.
Dude, what the fuck's in the basement of the Natural
Biggest
History
drug dealers in
Museum?
the country?
Ibogaine.
Government.
Yeah.
I've been hearing a lot about that.
It's legit.
Wait, so is that legal
Nothing
in
will.
some states, or is it
It's
just
legal
like,
in everywhere except the United States.
Oh,
like
jeez.
in freaking Portugal and all the like Spain.
Well,
all the
Portugal has
places.
decriminalized
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
narcotics for years.
So they're just fucking hitting everyone with Ibogaine.
Yeah.
I went to Portugal one summer, and at the time I was with somebody else, and she's like, "Be careful what they offer you in the bathrooms." I'm like, "Don't tell me how to do my drugs. I'm a grown ass man, right?" So people are like, "Hey, what's up, New Yorker?" And they're offering you fucking
He's
heroin.
sniffing keys all over the
Yeah,
place.
it's not coke. It's fucking heroin. And you're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, what the fuck was this?"
Dad, why is everyone sniffing the keys?
It's so weird. But yeah, they decriminalized out there, so you go to the bar and people are not shy. They're just hanging out.
He
They
partied
need-
with John Malkovich.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a good time.
They need to do that in New York, and they need to make injection fucking places so that like all these people are doing it in one place and not on the street.
And then kill bomb it.
If I'm not mistaken, I
Yeah,
think
good call. Good call.
I
No.
think you can overdose on Ibogaine though. If I'm not mistaken, if not done properly.
I'm not sure of the specifics, but it
The
definitely.
man can't even smoke meat. You want him to do drugs?
Yeah, don't tell me.
Kratom is like legal in the U.S. and they were
Kratom
saying that
is.
it's very useful to get people off of
No,
painkillers and
dude.
pills. But then, like,
You're
yeah,
addicted
but
to kratom.
yeah, but
I
now
got-
there's a
yeah.
lot of people just
Yeah, you're
completely
an
hooked on
icon every
kratom.
15 minutes. Gonna beg a kratom.
Dude, so I was
Yeah.
at my bodega.
You have your own bodega?
Well, he's my guy.
I
you know,
know
like
this guy.
you got a guy. You
Yeah,
got your
I got a
bodega.
guy.
He's like,
I got a
hey,
guy.
this is where I buy beer. This is where I buy, you know.
That's where you slip and fall and get right back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So I'm
forward.
talking to my bodega guy, and he's like, I'm always asking about all like the new weird supplements, kratom.
How come my dick get hard?
Yeah, no, they have a vape for that now. They have a
A
vape.
vape?
They have a horny vape. You hit it and you get a boner. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's called
whoa.
crystal
Also,
meth.
lung cancer.
I was like, this is crazy. This is hilarious. Like rhino pills. So I'm talking about kratom.
Name dropped.
Dick Honey's the best.
He was
Yeah.
rhino pills,
Yeah, I'm like,
black mambas.
yeah, I'm like, yo, he's got this whole case of kratom, like a whole like shelf front. It's like so much. It's like almost a head shop of just kratom. I'm like, do people come in and buy this? And he's like, yeah, dude. I have 6 customers every day consistently. Sometimes 20 people a day come in and buy kratom.
We should buy it all and do a kratom angel.
And he said when they came in, they'd be like
They'd be tweaking,
scratching and tweaking, like
I'm
they need their
what?
fix.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm like,
What does that do to your serotonin levels?
probably terrible.
Probably not
Is there a
good.
kratom epidemic going on?
Yeah,
No
this-
one's talking about it. You heard it here first.
No, so my actually,
I've tried it. It
my
did kind of.
my godmother,
It gives you buzzy.
My godmother's sober, and she like helps sober people and helps people get off drugs. And she was telling me that there's this woman that's just coming to her, and turns out she's addicted to kratom. She can't stop taking the shots of kratom. Like she's doing 3 a day, and she can't stop. And then when she stops, she starts like tweaking out, like she is on heroin.
That's how KB is. KB was addicted to kratom.
KB was
Yeah, like really, like bad.
Can you imagine going to a
Still
meeting?
might be actually.
Hi, I'm addicted to kratom. You ever suck dick for kratom?
He doesn't like to talk about it anymore, but he might still be on the crate.
Maybe we should.
It's on the sauce.
He's
Yeah.
looking big though. He's like
Yeah. Well, I think it's like, hey, would you rather be addicted to kratom or painkillers? I feel like kratom might be a safer alternative because it is made from plants. It's like it's a
So is heroin,
natural
bud.
drug.
So is heroin.
And cocaine.
Yeah, it's
Well,
all made,
no,
comes from
well,
plants.
yeah.
and marijuana.
I was talking about the pills.
Easy
but
there.
Yeah,
Hippie.
that's in its natural form, though.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna say marijuana is way too strong. Young men smoking too much marijuana and going nuts. Like you need your brain to be totally developed.
Who the fuck is
Well,
going nuts?
If
There's
they already
a-
have
I've seen a lot of-
predispositions
I go to bed.
for mental issues, it's going to exacerbate it.
I
so
know, I know. I think I'm just like the thing
I'm
is
fine.
I've seen a couple dudes pop off in college because they had predispositions, and it's just like what the fuck. It scares the
Or
shit
like
out of
maybe
you.
they had a lot of stress from like college and
Yeah, but like they like
yeah,
they go
shouldn't
off
be,
the deep end.
College girls are very mean.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But I mean, I bet it's 100% like recreational good for a lot
But I
of
agree
people.
with
way
you.
better than
Drugs, but I
alcohol.
don't
Way
know
better
about
than
this.
some of the
way better than
strains
alcohol.
nowadays are way too
Yeah,
strong.
like,
Like,
they're
I'll
making-
smoke one and be like, I feel like legally
Yeah,
retarded.
Legally impaired.
Yeah.
they make pharmaceuticals now. We were talking about this the other day. They make a drug to make weed less strong. Like it blocks the
Yeah,
cannabinoid.
it's like I was talking about that. That's
The thing with-
taking one drug to do another. I've done it before, but
As far as I'll
Yeah.
go is drink orange juice to do ketamine. Like I'll do a little extra for that, but take a drug to smoke weed, it seems like a little bit of a
Do you think,
stretch.
so everyone's talking about how ketamine is it ketamine?
Ketamine therapy
Yeah,
is huge. I'll get like ads for that
I've
on my
never-
Instagram.
Really?
I've never done
Yeah.
ketamine.
I candy flipped in high school.
Yeah.
Ketamine and ecstasy at the same time.
Is that when you walk to?
Yeah. So
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah,
He
so-
comes home. He's fucked. He's wrecked. I'm looking at him like, you are not leaving. He's like, don't tell me what to do. I'm like, just hang out at home, big guy. You don't need to go out. He goes, well, I really need to go get a crave case from White Castle. I'm like, no, sit down. So I lock him in his bedroom. So I go outside, have a cigarette, I'm on the phone, come back inside. I open his bedroom with a glass of water. Fucker ain't there. He went out the window. No, I didn't think it was possible because he's not exactly svelte.
but
Out the fucking window.
But I am Schvel.
He came back 4 hours later with a crave case, half gone. I'm like, where the fuck? He goes, I walked to White Castle. It's 16 miles away.
Holy fuck.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, eight one
way,
6
back,
total,
yeah.
but
Sounds
He
like
walked-
some solid exercise, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
So-
it was
It was
drive
healthy.
through only. Also, I'm
Did
not.
you
I
walk?
don't quite remember how I got the crave case,
He
but
stole a car.
I still got it. Yeah,
Let's go.
That's
I
pretty
haven't had
awesome.
White Castle in forever.
Don't.
I'm craving some
it's
right now.
horrible.
Don't.
It'll ruin your day.
Yeah.
Ketamine it makes your motor functions go to shit. It's hard to walk
If you
on
take
that
too
stuff.
much, yeah.
It's horse tranquilizer, right?
Yeah.
Cat drink?
Dude, what's up with the English and that shit? The Scottish, the Irish, they love fucking ketamine. They like doing ket.
They just love drugs in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
The Brits, yeah.
We did a podcast with a guy from Ireland, and he loved everything about cocaine. All of his friends loved everything about cocaine. Was like their vitamin.
Well, at least it's
Whoa.
safe over there still.
Yes,
That untainted.
They
It's
get it through
fentanyl, yeah.
Africa, which is wild. If you look at the drug smuggling for
I don't really
European
I don't really sit around and look at drug smuggling.
no,
but
I just like
it's a
where
strange hobby
they
to have.
they get their weed from the Himalayas type shit. You
You know
know,
what it is? Because I'm
Morocco,
doing the
too.
drugs.
yeah.
I don't look where they're coming from.
I'm just like
You're like all sober. Where do they come from?
The hash is better over. I was in Morocco and Barcelona a couple years ago. The hash is way better over
You're
there.
very well traveled.
Get around.
yeah. Waco, Barcelona.
Go to Vegas, go to Vegas
All over the
tomorrow.
place.
Morocco.
Oh, you go to Vegas?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, this fucking
Dude,
story.
So I actually I went to Vegas and didn't gamble a single time
Why?
because I was just like trying to prove something to myself
That you
Yeah.
had control,
that I was like I'm gonna go there for a weekend. And
But I had
not
64
gamble.
hookers though.
and they all spit on me.
They gambled for me.
But like, dude, like Vegas is so awesome. Like
I'm
the
not gambling.
food's
I'm not gambling
amazing.
either. I'm
Yeah.
spending all my time. I'm gonna get high and
I-
stay by the pool.
I think it's just like a giant shopping mall.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
no,
I'd
but
say,
it's
yeah.
it's fun, dude. Like you can get like a freaking coffee like you're in France when you go to Paris, France. Like like the different casinos.
Oh, yeah. You can go to
Get a
Yeah.
the
cold press?
Venetian. It's like you're in Venice.
Yeah, you just like pretend you're in a bunch of different countries. It's like if you like get in the right
You go to MGM
mindset.
Grand, you pent the lion. It's great.
Yeah, wait,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah, right mindset, pack the right outfits. You could be in a different country every couple hours.
speaking of Vegas, the best place to go in Vegas.
The
is,
Aria Hotel, I was there a couple years ago.
Nope.
Fantastic.
I'm
I'm going to
trying
Cosmo
to figure
this
out
time, but
which.
That's where Portnoy stays, I think.
It's so awesome.
Ah,
The
wait.
smell alone, they pump this fragrance inside the hotel and the casino and everything. It's one of the best smells ever. I still have the shampoo and conditioner, and once in a while when I'm in a good mood, I'll
When your
put
serotonin's
a
low,
little
you
bit and
smell it.
smell it in the shower just to get myself back in the
Don't
Vegas
they also
mood.
like pump in 100%
Pure oxygen,
Yeah,
yeah.
pure
They can't.
oxygen because
Somebody guys
it
read a
keeps
book.
people
It'll
awake
blow
and
the
they
building
can
up.
gamble more.
Look what a fire hazard that is. You can't even breathe oxygen.
No,
if you're on a
it's not.
cigarette.
They don't pump in pure oxygen, but they pump in scents. They pump in stuff.
So well, the Henderson M Resort Casino is the #1 casino around Vegas, and
Really?
the Tropicana was, but the M Resort Casino, that's the #1 place to go in Vegas.
Let them know the big whales coming.
Is that just for gambling, or is that staying too?
Staying, everything.
Really?
They
What
have
kind of buffet options
spas,
they got?
amazing steakhouse,
But
amazing.
that's off the strip, right?
Yeah, it's off the strip, but it is the best, 100%.
You don't need to go anywhere else.
Nowhere else, just the M Resort in Henderson.
But if I'm going to Vegas, I want to stay on the strip.
no, you
I do.
You want
I
to go to
think
Henderson?
maybe if
You
we
wanna go
say
to
their
Henderson.
name enough, they'll send the four of
You
us
want to
there.
go to Fremont Street. That's
When
where
M
the real
Resort-
culture is.
M
That's
Resort.
where the real ketamine
A
is.
great
Yeah.
Penn property at M Resort Henderson. That's where we're
Okay.
going.
Keep
So
saying
that's-
it. Get it one more time.
Henderson, let's
We
the
were
four of us
going-
do a podcast
Yes.
there.
Yeah,
Henderson.
we should. We should 100%.
No gambling, just hookers.
No, I'm
No,
gonna
we
gamble.
can,
No.
we're gonna gamble
We're
a
gonna
lot.
gamble.
Only
Okay.
in the M Resort.
Mm-hmm.
They have some
The
great
M
blackjack.
Resort in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, yeah.
You should set a calendar date and have them give us a
Looks
room
beautiful.
to do
Yes,
podcasts out of.
that would
I
be-
would think maybe like Barstool Casino would be the best.
That
Well,
is the Barstool
Vegas.
Casino. That's the best. That's why the M
Ah,
Resort.
see, I was wondering where I was going.
makes
I was
sense.
thinking,
yeah.
I knew it had to be a selfish plug.
I'm not a,
No,
I'm not a
trying
smart
to
man,
look-
Jenny, but that sounded like a plug.
But hey,
I realized
it
we
looks
were plugging
incredible.
a bunch of other resorts.
Yeah.
But the
Well,
M
we'll
Resort
go there and
is
like
sick.
can't come in. Fuck off.
I bet you
Stay there-
guys can't name which city in the U.S. does the most cocaine.
Hold on.
You will not be able to
I
guess.
don't think it's
Can I pick
Vegas.
the state, or I have to have the city?
Is
with
it per capita?
You can try to guess the state.
Idaho,
Nope.
No.
Not
Wisconsin,
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
very close.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Wisconsin was close.
Oh. Minneapolis.
Kansas?
Nope.
Chicago.
Nope.
Illinois.
Nope.
Wait,
South
which one?
Dakota.
No,
Nope.
Sioux Falls.
Nope.
I'm going where there's a big big
Cleveland.
reservations.
First, try to guess the state, and then you
Illinois.
can narrow down
Fargo.
the city. Nope.
Iowa.
Ohio.
Ohio.
Nope. Nope.
No, not
Montana.
Minneapolis.
Nope.
All right, you gotta tell us now.
Michigan.
Yes, that's the
Whoa.
state. Now,
Detroit.
Ann Arbor?
Nope.
And the Michigan.
It's
All the Michigan
it's-
frat bros.
it's
Flint, Michigan.
Traverse City, Michigan.
Traverse City. I can
Trap
see that.
City.
I can see that now. Why would be?
Yeah,
Where
they.
is that?
Trap City.
Isn't it on the water?
It's way up north.
It is on the water.
That's why.
Can we do a
I think the bloke
podcast
comes in
there?
Up there, so they have access to it first.
And yeah, it's wild.
it's
They
awesome
do.
there.
I love that place.
I did
It's a
so
real
much
numbing
coke there.
experience.
No,
I have a
it's just
deviated
really
septum,
nice.
but that's not from that.
When it comes to cocaine use,
buccal
Traverse
septum.
City ranked number 1 with 23.8% of its population.
20, a fourth of the city's on coke.
Yes.
They must have some of the most productive chamber of commerce you've ever seen in the fucking country.
Yeah.
That's
Banging
Adderall.
stuff out. Have you ever read the study?
I thought it'd
on
be
the
someplace close to
60s?
the border.
They dropped LSD over San Francisco, the government did, to see what kind of effects it would have. And it slowed down chamber of commerce by 4 minutes. That's it.
Wait, so
Whoa.
but how did they drop it?
They
Did
dropped it.
like they just
over
like
the city.
dropped like a cloud of LSD?
Let's
Google
dive. Let's dive.
Okay.
Yeah, because
there
I don't.
was a town in Europe they did that. Like something got into the food or water or
They
something.
dropped LSD over the city of San Francisco in the 60s, I believe.
The
Yeah,
Blogger
the,
Barn.
The
Wait.
CIA, a bunch of assholes.
I know. They can just give it to people that would have taken it.
Acid tests. The acid tests were a series of parties held by
Yeah,
That's not
I've
it.
heard about those,
Ken
but that.
Kesey. Wait,
No, they dumped LSD over the city.
I mean, how do you do that? Is it just like one of those planes
Helicopters?
that put out fires
the
and you
same
just
way
like
they're
dump?
doing chemtrails, bud.
Don't get the chemtrails. Don't do it.
It's
Wait,
true,
I'm
though.
trying to look
They
into
admitted it.
when the CIA ran an LSD sex house in San Francisco.
What are you Googling?
Yes.
I'm googling what you're saying. The legacy of CIA's secret LSD experiments on America. I'm not seeing.
I mean, I think there were some government agents slipping it into people's drinks, maybe something.
Yeah,
like
So
that.
they're like the Bill Cosby edition of CIA?
You know, they were like doing like whorehouses and giving the
They're
Johns.
called working girls.
Sorry,
Insensitive pricks.
sorry,
And
sorry.
Charles Manson
Yeah.
also was involved in that. They were giving him to
And-
give to his people.
And Ted Kaczynski,
Correct.
Unabomber.
Yeah.
He was a Harvard grad. He was getting dosed
Yeah,
up by
they-
LSD. And Coley's dad, a former co-podcast host who was on this podcast, his dad was part of MK Ultra.
Holy shit.
What?
Yeah, he
Does
was.
he know the Winter Soldier?
I don't know, but he said he was dosed. His father was dosed up.
No, he knows the summer sailor.
now
That's
he,
crazy.
his dad may have just willingly chose to just be like, I'm gonna do some LSD, and then
Tells his
blamed it on
mom
the
it's part,
government.
it's part, of
Yeah,
the, part of the work.
it was the government.
He told the story once.
Maybe he
I-
got dosed while he was with a hooker and he couldn't say that out loud. So, oh yeah, I was part of the program. I was working for him. But really, he was like burying his beak in a hooker, and tripping his balls off.
Oh boy.
It happens.
That's the first thing
Well,
I
yeah.
got when LSD in the sex house.
Yeah.
The government, yeah, they did used to experiment with it a
Getting
lot.
back to Traverse City being the hub
Yeah.
of cocaine use in America. Now, could that just be they're just the most honest city? So they tell these people
Yeah.
doing the interview
Yeah.
that they do coke?
Michigan.
Meanwhile, around here, we're like, no, absolutely not.
Michigan's one. There's a lot. So isn't fucking Kirk Cousins from Michigan?
I don't know, but
Pretty sure Kirk Cousins
checks
or-
out.
wait.
He looks like he could be from Michigan. I don't know.
How does one look when they're from Michigan?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe even Minnesota.
Yeah, no, but Kirk Cousin is from Illinois. Never mind.
Okay.
Mm.
Michigan,
Wow.
man. Yeah, I would have assumed it'd be someplace close to the border, but
Just
it
honest people.
is close to the Canadian border, so maybe
And those Canucks, man.
Well,
yeah.
isn't that like Canada's decriminalized all drugs?
Canada,
No,
yeah, I
legalized
think
weed.
Vancouver has.
Didn't they take their guns too?
Yeah, they took their guns and then the drugs got legal. I don't know how that works.
That's
yeah,
weird.
Vancouver
They took our
legalized shrooms, and now you can just like go to the store and get real.
Seattle too, right? Seattle and then
Yeah,
some places in California.
Oregon. Yeah.
My guy delivers.
Well,
so-
I mean, it's so weird how in New York they just sell shroom bars over the counter.
Those aren't
But
shrooms.
yeah, but those like, I don't know.
Lion's Mane.
I've tried them and sometimes it does not feel like
Like,
shrooms. That like, those are kind of scary because you don't know exactly.
I
what
make
you're
my
dealing
own
with.
homemade chocolates if you guys want. Let me know.
Okay.
We'll talk off air.
Oh, that you'll do.
We'll talk off there.
We'll talk off
Yeah.
air. But those chocolate bars, I think it's synthetic like DMT is what I've
I don't
heard.
think it's DMT. That
Psilocybin.
I've heard it's like a synthetic,
yeah, it could be
Yeah.
like a synthetic psilocybin.
and
something
everyone
like that.
tweaks out on them, and that's the whole point. Like
A
you
lot
don't
of people
tweak
do.
out.
Yeah. John Rich tweaked out over
yeah,
the weekend.
yeah,
with it.
he did. We should get him in here and ask him about tweaking out.
Well, he was just saying, he was like, it wasn't fun. It wasn't like I was tripping on shrooms. It was just like my brain stopped working, and like he
That
couldn't-
wouldn't be tweaking
he
out.
couldn't
Your brain would
complete
go
like
in
a full
overload.
sentence, and he was like, I just felt like
Sounds like salvia.
he's like I
Mm-hmm.
felt like 10 times dumber than I normally feel, and it was not fun.
I never feel dumb.
Yeah, so
Ever.
When I trip, my trips are like a great time.
yeah.
Meaningful, spiritual.
Yep.
They're the best.
So I don't like to party on shrooms. I like to work out and like do shit.
Hit the ground running
Yeah,
on shrooms. Got it.
yeah, like,
Microdosing.
yeah,
Okay.
like go hiking. Like
Oh,
get a
yeah.
sweat going because I
Everyone
know
likes
if you're like
hiking.
working out, like your brain's in the right place.
I don't
and
microdose though.
you just feel great.
Nah,
I go hard
I got
when
into
I-
a real
Yeah.
bad fight with an ex-girlfriend. Like we were fighting bad. And what was that? Was it penis envy?
Yeah.
I took
That's the good stuff.
an eighth of penis envy.
What the fuck is?
Yeah. Well, so I
Penis
ate it.
envy. It's one of the strongest shrooms. It's actually one of your fans handed me some after the
It's
live
good
show.
Visual.
Oh,
It's,
shit.
it's a great visual one.
So we both take it, and we are not in the right mindset to take any kind of shrooms, or any kind of things like that. And she describes it as she was writhing in her skin, and it was terrible, worst trip of her life. Meanwhile, I felt like Constantine fighting off demons in my bed. And I thought it was a great time. Oh, I saw fucking full-blown dragons above me.
Dragons.
It was so cool.
Well, like,
Meanwhile,
demons
I'm
or,
thinking,
like, dragons.
no, like demon dragon kind of things.
Were they like scary looking dragons? Or like, oh shit, that's a specimen.
Well, it depends who was looking at it. If it was you or me. I thought they
Yeah.
were awesome.
Maybe
you were
does
scared.
does that dragon work out?
So I look at it, and the next morning, I'm thinking, I saved this woman's life all night. I'm a hero. No, she was still mad at me. It did nothing for our fight.
I took a half ounce one time, but I made it into tea. So I concentrated it. And I've taken half ounce before and tripped my balls off, but over time it hit me. This was, I started tripping within 9 minutes of drinking the tea.
Whoa.
And I was full trip within 15 minutes. And I'm in my bathroom freaking out because I just watched the documentary of the ants that eat the certain mushroom and they go back to their thing and they blow up and the
Yes.
spores go up and kill
Oh,
everything.
oh, the cordyceps.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I thought I ate the wrong type of mushroom,
Oh, shit.
and I'm gonna die
The
and
fungus?
infect the world and
You're
kill
gonna be
everybody.
like-
Yes,
like
so I'm
Last
freaking
of Us?
out. Yeah, I'm
That's a
freaking
great
out in the
show, by the way. I
bathroom.
love that
My
show.
wife's telling me you're all right, you're fine. I'm like, I need to throw up. And meanwhile, I put a shit ton of fresh ginger in the tea, so I'm not puking.
Yeah.
That stuff's not for puking.
Yeah.
So I'm trying everything. I'm drinking activated charcoal. I'm doing all types of shit.
Jeez.
And finally, within 20 minutes, she comes in and she has old kimchi from the back of the fridge. And she puts that in my face. And I just start hurling in the toilet. But it's way too late, though. It's already in my
She
system.
jumped
Yeah.
behind you with a rag.
It's already in my system.
Drop the big man.
And I just lay on the bathroom floor for like 3
Chloroformed.
hours,
Go to sleep, sweet
tripping my
prince. I'll
balls
wake you up
off.
later.
thinking I was going to infect the world.
Did you
Wow.
end up having fun eventually, or were
So,
you,
but
just, were you
it was,
terrified?
no, it
the
was a
whole time?
horrifying experience, but I took it as it still was an experience.
Yeah.
So,
Did
good
you
or
end up
bad,
having fun?
it was all right. But I didn't infect the world, and I'm here with you guys.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
No.
You crushed it.
You're not going to infect the world. I think that's been proven that cordyceps will not make.
Well,
No, you
if
can't
the
overdose on
world
shrooms,
gets
yeah.
warmer,
Yeah, I saw that.
if the world
Yeah.
gets warmer,
Global
it can
warming.
tolerate-
If I get into the water, if I dive next, I might rise sea levels. So.
Yeah. By the way, I think
What's that, Joe?
I think I heard ghosts down there. I'm serious.
Now it's so easy to say that because a lot of divers in the hard boat, you'll be diving and you feel like something's watching you,
Yeah.
especially under certain piers that have like we dove Ellis Island.
Yeah.
You're down there on certain sides of the island, you feel something watching you.
Yeah, like
And they just toss bodies
little
over when they
Irish
die
children,
coming in.
little
Thanks,
Irish
make it
children.
real. I'm not going back there.
Little Italian kids
Dude,
who got thrown
the
over.
first day on the island, they were like, you can't go anywhere unattended. You can't take photos. You can't do a whole bunch of rules you can't do.
Do you have
Day
any
2, I'm
potatoes?
going through all the buildings, all on video. I went to the
That's sick.
morgue. I went to where they burned people.
Wow.
I took a bottle where there was like embalming fluid or something from the morgue, and actually gave it to AC Slate. He's the bass for the Misfits. He's like, I collect oddities. I'm like, oh, do you?
And the band Dope.
Here you go.
That's pretty
Yeah.
dope. Collecting oddities.
Yeah.
That's some like
I mean, you could do that, buddy.
I'm
Give
gonna
up
collect some-
smoky meat.
yeah. I'm gonna
collect
collect some
oddities.
oddities.
I don't
Look at my bones. Look at my bones.
Hey, I'm
gonna
gonna
start
collect some
collecting
oddities.
Start collecting these.
So hey, just collecting. It's not stealing. It's collecting.
It's collecting.
No, when we were at the bottom of that, when I was at the bottom of that river, I was talking about it to my buddy recently, and I was like, yo, when I was down there, like I like felt like there were a bunch of other people,
Down with you.
like almost like I was in a crowd.
Mhm.
Well, there was a crowd of
Maybe that
people
was the
watching
current
you.
hitting you. Maybe
Like,
No.
up there.
No,
I know what he's
no.
talking
Boat.
about. There's certain places you'll hit the bottom and you feel like you're being watched.
Yeah,
Like, but not just like one. You feel like you're in the center of it. You're
Yeah.
gonna start breakdancing.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I was like in a circle. Yeah.
Yep.
And it was like everyone was like,
Everyone's like, "Don't be down here. It's not
dude,
safe."
what the fuck are you doing down here? Like all of us got
Tell
killed
us
by
your
the
secrets,
mob,
Billy.
and
What
you're
are you
down.
doing here?
Yeah, like what the? Why are you here? We got thrown in with
We're
a bunch of
watching you,
concrete
Billy.
slabs. Yeah, I was down there. It was very.
Why does he
eerie
get a
feeling.
lead and I got concrete?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
How does he get an oxygen mask? And we
This is
just
shit. But yeah, I knew exactly what you're talking. A lot of people have been there have said that.
yeah,
It's
it
a
was
very common
wild.
feeling.
Definitely one of the best experiences of my life.
Now,
just,
how
like,
about the guy
being
who
in
went
different
deeper
places.
than you? How does he feel?
Well, he
about it?
went 1 foot deeper,
all
and
matters.
I don't think he even went there because he doesn't talk about the people looking at him. Did you
I
feel the
had
ghosts?
way too much going on down there to worry about like ghosts looking
You had
at
a
me. I was worried
nosebleed,
about
yeah.
my
His
ears,
my
his eye
ears,
orgasm.
You
my
didn't know
eardrums were
how-
about to burst. The current was so goddamn strong. I couldn't feel my fingers or my toes because it was so cold. I was trying to find a mammoth bone. There was just too much going on for me to worry about ghosts.
I'm gonna be honest. I got down there and I was looking around and I was trying to hold on to the rope and make sure I didn't get fucking blown 100 yards down the
Just
river.
let it go.
And I was like, yeah, you know what? It's I'm glad I'm here, but I'm not looking for any bones right now. I'm trying to survive.
I got a rock.
like I see it. I'm here. There's a bunch of people looking at me who don't exist, and I'm going back to the surface.
Mm.
Can you people help me? Where are the bones at?
Have you seen bones?
Maybe they're trying to show you where they were. Should've
Like
followed
right
them.
here. There's a huge. Imagine if there's a huge skeleton down there, and like we were diving like right next to it, we just didn't see it.
I would have saw it, dude.
So maybe you guys come out in the warmer weather now with us.
Yeah.
I'm down. No, 100%.
Do another follow-up trip.
Yeah, I'm 100% down.
I recently went free diving.
I saw that was
yeah,
awesome.
down
How
in the
deep you go?
Bahamas. That was tough. I mean, maybe 20 feet, but you got to just take a deep breath, dive down. While you're diving down, you got to be equalizing. And then we're using these spears to just have a big rubber band. So then you get down there, you need to cock the spear, which is hard. I still have like a scar right here from just cocking it all the way back. And then you got to aim and shoot. So just that was tough. But like
You got any kills?
I got one kill, but it was served on a platter for me. I had a lot of misses.
Can you
like
lick your
on
lips and
tape,
say you cocked it back hard again?
cocked it back real hard.
Yeah,
Oh.
you did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Joe
I had
DiGiorgio.
a lot of misses, just like point blank. So I got to work on my aim, but I think if I had 2 more days, I could call
2 more
myself.
days to work on the aim.
Yeah,
All right.
Dude, I love swimming underwater. I
What
love
else would you swim? Just out of curiosity.
it. With your head above water.
Okay. all right.
No, like it's one of those things I just love. Like when I was a kid, like there's this dock, and if anyone like dropped something, I'd be down there like looking at. Like I just felt at home underneath the water. That's why.
Me too.
and that's
Yeah.
fair because I know some people who like to swim, but they're terrified to go underwater.
Underneath.
They
Yeah, I love
just
going
they,
deep.
they
Falling
they
on
only
land,
stay on
you're
the
saying.
surface.
How about falling in water? Can you
Oh.
recover well for that too?
Cliff jumping.
No,
Let's
that's
go.
fine.
Nice.
I love a good clip jump.
Cliff jumping. That's one of those things where I usually dive before I cliff jump, like to make sure that
I bring a rock.
You have to, yeah.
I bring a rock and I
Yes.
paint it with orange paint.
Yeah,
We throw it off. If I can still see that rock, I ain't jumping.
yeah, that's a good rule.
Or the smallest guy goes first.
Yeah,
Because in my mind, I can carry a 100-pound jerk off up the hill.
yeah.
He's not carrying me up the hill.
Yeah.
So you go first.
That's why
you
I
know?
go last.
So I
push 'em.
I dive and just like check the like I dive like as deep as I can, make sure there's no like trees that wash
Shopping
up there.
cart.
City bikes.
Yeah, stuff that they
bikes.
can line on.
Yeah.
City bikes, by the way, that whole city bike thing, like
So many.
What's
down
your
there.
beef?
there's
There's so many down the East River.
So many under the East River.
there's
Oh, I'm
like
sure.
it's
Hundreds, if we saw.
dude, New York isn't a biking city. It's not fucking Copenhagen. Like it's
I hate city bikes. I
Yeah,
think it's
I
bullshit.
hate-
They
I
take up
hate 'em.
parking spots.
yeah, I fucking hate city bikes too. And you have all these
I think
assholes
it's a solid
using
concept,
city.
but
No.
yeah, like when you're riding one around Manhattan, it is tough.
There's so many jerk offs on fucking city
Who
bikes.
don't
that-
know the rules.
Exactly.
Who don't share the low road.
exactly.
So if you hit them, they're worth 10 points.
Yeah.
Because manslaughter, full circle, is extremely easy.
Electric scooters in DC was awesome though. I
Yeah,
did that was awesome.
Dude, in the South, like Charlotte and Nashville, they got those fucking limes and birds.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
That
what I
was very
rode
cool.
in DC.
But they have the infrastructure. They like have like the roads for that. Like New York does not have like the biking
New York doesn't
infrastructure.
have roads.
It doesn't have the biking lanes and like the built out like safe.
Yeah, I'm gonna
know
have
what
to.
I'm saying?
As much as I hate to say this, Billy, I'm gonna regret it. I'm gonna have to agree with you.
Yeah. Hey,
have to.
we're New Yorkers. We get it.
I'm not a New Yorker. I'm from Jersey. Fuck you guys.
New York should have
Tri-state
canals.
guy.
It should all be canals. Imagine if the whole grid was
Just
just,
singing on a little boat all day.
What do the homeless do?
Yeah,
Swim, sink or swim, baby, sink or swim.
What's the canal between Brooklyn and Queens that's like the most polluted?
the Gowanus?
The Gowanus.
Gowanus, yeah.
Gowanus. I dove that thing. I dove it in a wetsuit and a 3 mil, right? And
Oh, God,
the
that's-
people over there were arguing how the water is stagnant.
Yeah.
And they need to do something. So they have this big infrastructure bill come in, and they aerate it. So they put these big pipes in with these check valves every like 10 inches, and they're running these air system through it, right?
Yeah.
So when they turn it on, boop, it took us like 4 weeks, 5 weeks to install it. Cost an arm and a leg.
Uh-huh.
We turned it on. Day 2, turn it off. It stinks
Oh fuck.
because you're knocking all that ethyl methyl bad shit that's been dumped in there for
Jesus.
years is now being turned up and coming to the surface.
Dude, you gotta find like, isn't that like the most polluted body of water?
It
in
is,
the
but
world?
you can't find anything because everything's like it's like sludge.
Yeah.
It's like black tar down
Jeez,
there.
there's probably tons of bodies.
I know
tons of
for a fact
guns.
there's an brand new iPhone 13.
Yeah, there is.
Know
Oh,
for a fact.
Dropped it right out of his sweatpants he was wearing.
Jeez. Got Apple Care?
Yes, and then I got another phone the following week. Did it again over on Brooklyn Bridge.
He literally said,
Twice in 1 week.
"Hey everybody, when we're leaving today, make sure you know in your pockets or anything falling out, your book bags are zipping up because stickers will drop out."
And I dropped
He
it.
leans over and drops his phone out like a
I'm
jerk.
sad.
I think they're actually going to be opening up a giant pool in the Hudson River.
They are.
I heard about that in the barge,
Yeah,
right?
they made a little park over there.
Yeah, a barge, and then I think the barge like filters out the river water or something, and so like it can use the river water, but
Oh.
I think it maybe filters it out.
I mean in the Hudson you said?
Yeah,
The
Is it a
Hudson's
public
way
thing?
cleaner than it used to be. East
Yeah.
River was surprisingly clean when we were in there. I was surprised. I was like, oh fuck yeah,
Yeah, the
all this
Hudson
river.
How
River's
could you
clean
tell it
thanks
was
to,
clean, though?
Robert
Like-
Kennedy Jr.
Yeah, RFK. I was
Yeah.
like, this shit's actually, it's working. Because my grandma used to talk about how bad the Hudson, like,
That guy
both the
fucks,
rivers
by the
were.
way.
yeah, you see
He's
him on
a-
Rogan?
Yeah, he's a real cool dude. I was following him before that,
Yeah.
and I liked his style. I like what he was about.
So if you're going to listen to the Robert RFK Jr. Interview on Rogan, play it 1.5 times because
Yeah,
it's unfortunate. It's almost like a sick, twisted, like he has so many truths, but he has like, you need
His
to get
voice
through
is
his
flu
losing him.
vaccine apparently said that
yeah.
made his voice happen like that.
He needs to like get through, you need to get through his voice in order to hear
Plus
like,
his
some of the
family
crazy shit.
lineage, like
Yeah.
but it's not like
he has so much
Biden
experience.
can't really speak well either at
Yeah.
the moment. I feel like that's the one thing you have to do as president. You just have to surround yourself with smart people, and you have to be able to speak very well.
But that's,
And then they
not
can
that
just
he
trot
can't
you
speak
out. You
well.
can give a really inspirational
It's
speech.
just his voice
and
is
then
messed
boom.
up. He knows what he's saying.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
saying
no.
it. He's all there.
He's so
Yeah.
Copus Mentis.
Yeah,
Crazy.
He keeps tossing those $6 words.
yeah. I don't even
Every
know
time
what
I
that
laugh,
one
I-
meant.
No, I
What does
can't-
Copus Mentis mean?
I think it just means like
Is it
Billy-
like, is
it
it
means
like
Billy's
is
full
it
of
like
shit.
copacetic?
I think it means like you're good in the brain.
I'll take it.
Okay.
You're all
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Whatever you say,
All your
Bush.
faculties are
I
there.
think I'm Copus. I might not.
Maybe,
be.
maybe.
I think you're copacetic, maybe. That's about it.
No, but yeah, he had a great interview, but definitely got to play it on 1.5. And the thing is, I get so pissed. I'd see people saying like, I couldn't listen to this interview. Like I shut it off after 30 minutes, like 15 minutes. Like you you got to get through it because it's some.
Yeah,
crazy
no.
stuff in
After 10 minutes, you get used to it. You don't really even notice it that much.
there.
I'll let the Adderall kick in and watch it.
If you can
Yeah.
watch any episode of The View, you can watch anything else in history.
Yeah,
What the fuck's going on The View now?
I don't know. I don't watch
I don't
it.
watch
but-
it.
I like my mother used to watch when I was little.
that's a
My-
toxic work environment.
I went to a taping of it once.
How was it?
It was actually really good. Judge Judy was the guest, and she was endorsing Jeb Bush as president at
Jeb?
the time.
Jeb.
I love
Judge
Judge
Judy
Judy.
don't take no shit.
No,
We
it was actually
valeted-
really cool.
We valeted her birthday party a few years ago in Connecticut. Me and
Yeah.
Frank.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh, it was a
She's
great
so
time.
rich.
Yeah, she is.
Can you
I think it
imagine
was Jeb
that's how
Bush.
you get your money? Yelling at people all day.
Is she actually a judge?
Yes.
Yes.
Unlike Bill Nye, who's not a science
Do you know
guy.
all those court shows? They pay you to come. So whatever your
They
beef
pay the
is-
judgment.
Yeah, they pay your judgment.
There was a guy who would
Everyone
keep
wins.
making up fake stories,
It's-
and so him and his friends make money.
and they split it.
And they split the
He was
money.
on like 24 different court shows.
All right, I'm gonna steal this bone, and we're gonna end up on one of these court shows. And we're like, give me the bone back. I thought it was a gift.
He's definitely not a
Yeah, I think
gift.
the limit was like 30-something hundred.
I feel like I could track you down, Billy. I feel like I could find
I
you.
know, no, 100%. I don't want to.
I feel like I've actually been to your apartment. Actually.
No, you have no idea.
I
What
hung
I
out in your yard.
I'm
No idea where I
moving.
live.
I'm moving.
We played with your dog.
Yeah. I threw a little ball. He went and grabbed it back. It was great.
My dog is cool with you.
He is very cool.
You'll let
He
us
is
in.
No, yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Don't let
He
us
was a
in.
good boy. He knew I was a good boy. We bonded.
Shit. Well,
You actually said, guys, come this way. I live
Yeah,
over here.
come to
Yeah.
my house.
It's
I'm like, I
around
don't
the
know. It's
corner.
what I just met you, Billy. It's kind of weird. No, come on. I'll make sweet drinks. Come on. And he followed you.
A hell of a host.
Yeah, he will have
Hell
a
of a host, Billy.
Cox-
oh, appreciate that. I try to be.
great Irish coffee.
Maybe next time we have a brisket or something, you know?
Yeah, no, I do need to smoke some more meats. You know what? Let's. What are you guys doing like Saturday? guys wanna
not
smoke
getting
some
food
meat?
poisoning.
Yes.
Sure, I'll come over.
We can do whatever. Mad Dog and Mackenzie have been saying we need to wrap it up. It's
Do it.
Oh,
it's not
see,
their
my
fault.
guy Stack texts us during ours
Yes.
constantly. He's like, wrap it up. I'm like, never.
I'm having too much
Running out
fucking
of battery.
fun.
Wrap it up.
No, we have to tape at 1. It's
We should get out of
12:30.
here.
Oh, all right.
It sucks that we have to stop. I never want to stop. Can't stop.
Yeah.
Won't stop.
Do you guys have some things you want to plug or
Yeah.
Yeah,
or some
sure.
final thoughts?
Actually, I just want to. My niece is getting surgery today. So Grace Elizabeth Gann III Esquire.
Grace,
Feel
feel
better?
better? Grace?
She's a lawyer.
Mend?
No, since she was little, I always called her Grace Elizabeth Gann III Esquire.
Are you
I gave her a full
He's a
title.
weird guy.
I hope she becomes a lawyer.
Me, that's all I was gonna do.
Because then it's
He's
your-
trying to
like,
manifest.
you did it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. So we got Dirty Water Don on Instagram, John Ganimal on Instagram. We have a YouTube channel, and Dirty Water Boys NJ on YouTube.
Yep.
And then we also have Dirty Water Boys Instagram and Diving
podcast.
Deep. Instagram.
All right.
This is so.
And you guys are going to continue the search for bones?
Yes,
yeah,
we-
so
we're coming out. We're
we
coming out.
we started working with a network to film content on this topic. We're in the works with them to start getting solidified days locked in to start filming. But yeah, we're gonna continue going on for it. We're not stopping until we get a full tuss. Like
Let's go.
to us, that's that'll shut everyone.
We
the
have
fuck
one
up.
episode on our YouTube channel finding the actual mammoth tusk shard, and soon, probably in the next week or so, we'll have the second episode of finding that bone on our YouTube page, and we also have our podcast on our
Yes,
YouTube
Billy.
page.
When are you next going out?
When you want to go out, bud?
I want to go out. Now I'm in.
Let's set something for
we'll
the
figure it out. I'll-
end of July, early August,
Yeah,
All right.
something like
100%.
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
Nice.
Perfect. Well, thank
So
you guys for
excited.
coming on.
Thank you
It's
for
always a
having
good
us.
Have us,
time.
bud.
Always a good time.